These are my picks for the best episode in every season of modern Doctor Who, and I'm not letting myself pick any of the specials. Be sure to drop a comment with your picks because I'm really interested to see how many of you agree with me. First up, for Series 1, I'm picking Episode 8, Father's Day. This series has so many amazing episodes, but Father's Day makes me cry every time. For Series 2, my pick is the two-parter The Impossible Planet and the Satan Pit, Episodes 8 and 9. I love episodes set in space, I love the religious horror aspect, and it's just written really damn well. The back half of Series 3 is just stacked with banger after banger, but I have to be a basic girly and go with Episode 10, Blink. This episode introduced my favourite villain, the Weeping Angels, and I just love stories that get wibbly wobbly timey wimey, a phrase that was coined in this episode too. Series 4 is my favourite season of Doctor Who, and I think every episode is a banger, so it was hard to pick just one, but I eventually went with the two-part stories Silence in the Library and Forest of the Dead, Episodes 8 and 9. I love books, and I love it when Doctor Who can scare the pants off me. For Series 5, I gotta go with Episode 10, Vincent and the Doctor. I know this is such a basic girly pick, but the ending makes me cry every time, I can't help myself. Series 6 was tough because I kind of feel like the whole is more than the sum of its parts, and my controversial opinion is that I don't think the individual episodes in Series 6 are as good as they could be, but I do have a soft spot for Episode 11, The God Complex. And I'd be lying if I said it wasn't largely because of this queen. Rita was the best companion we never got, and I'm still mad about it. For Series 7, I picked Episode 5, The Angels Take Manhattan. I love Weeping Angels, I love wibbly wobbly timey-wimey shenanigans, and I love having my heart crushed. For Series 8, I went with the underrated banger that is Episode 5, Time Heist. People don't get how good this episode is, and that is upsetting to me. Look me in the eyes and tell me a time travel bank heist isn't cool as hell, I dare you. For Series 9, I gotta go with Episode 11, Heaven Sent. This episode was actually selected by Doctor Who magazine readers last year as the #1 best episode of Doctor Who, and I think it is a worthy choice. Literally, who would have thought a 45-minute monologue could be so riveting? For Series 10, I picked Episode 6, Extremis. One could argue that this is technically the first part in a pretty mediocre 3-part story, but I like it so much that I'm just going to ignore that and crown it as my champion. For Series 11, I pick Episode 6, Demons of the Punjab. Every time I watch this, I'm just struck by how well it's paced and how bangin' the soundtrack is. It's a recipe to get really stressed in the best possible way. For Series 12, I pick Episode 8, The Haunting of Villa Diodati. This is just a really great episode in terms of the character writing and plot, but it gets extra points from me because it's about the origins of Frankenstein and I am a literature girly. For Series 13, I pick Episode 4, Village of the Angels. It's a really compelling story, and I just love the Weeping Angels, what can I say? And finally, for Series 14, or Season 1 as it's listed on some platforms, I pick Episode 4, 73 Yards. I love the mystery, I love the vibes, I love being stressed out the entire time. Be sure to let me know in the comments if you agree with my picks or if you have a different favourite.